March 18th of 2023, Eric Metzig thought he had the perfect plan. After shooting both of his parents multiple times in their bedroom, he covered their bodies and arranged the scene, hoping it would look like they just vanished. His next move? A 26-mile drive to the local YMCA for a workout. But he overlooked one tiny detail that would unravel his entire story. The glasses he was wearing. If you find it fascinating when a killer's own arrogance leads to their downfall, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what I uncover next. In a quiet town of Wolf River, Wisconsin, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who didn't know David and Jan Metzig. They were the third-generation owners of the beloved Union Star Cheese Factory and respected by just about everyone. They were married for nearly 50 years. They raised 5 sons in a home right above the factory, a place known as a warm gathering spot for family and friends. David, 72, and Jan, 71, had built a life centered on hard work and family, but a darkness was growing right under their own roof, where their 28-year-old son, Eric, still lived. The first sign that something was terribly wrong came just after 5 a.m. with a 911 hang-up call. When deputies arrived at the Metzig home for a welfare check, the house was silent. Knowing the couple ran the cheese factory, they checked there first, but no one was around. Getting worried, they called another of the Metzig's sons, who left them into the house. What they found inside was horrifying. In the master bedroom, David and Jan were discovered, covered by blankets with plastic bags over their heads. It was clear they had both been shot multiple times. The scene was staged, but it wasn't staged well. Something was immediately and terribly wrong. With Eric and his car missing, he immediately became the main person of interest, but the search didn't last long. Police found him 26 miles away at a YMCA, where he was seen acting strangely in the parking lot and lobby. When they approached him, they noticed something odd. He was wearing shooting glasses, the kind used at a gun range to improve accuracy. It was a bizarre choice for a gym visit, but it was a crucial piece of evidence. Officers also spotted red smears, which they believed to be blood, inside his car. Eric's perfect plan started falling apart almost immediately. Back at the home, police found a loaded AR platform rifle just sitting on the kitchen table. But the most damning evidence of all was inside his bedroom, a personal journal. In his own handwriting, Eric had laid out his premeditated plan to eliminate his parents and staged the scene to make it look like they'd gone missing on a walk. That journal entry destroyed any chance he had of claiming the murders were a spontaneous act.
Of the original 911 call. The phone ping is not accurate, but it's consistent with being at the house.
So no one else is in the house? As far as deputies? As far as deputies are concerned?
Might have left his phone. I told Susie to get back
somewhere.
Kick the ambulance and everybody else loose. She's there. She's the supervisor out there. So. Okay. So put the equipment back in the very.
Where's Staley? Staley around here?
What's up, Kenny?
Put yourself in the crime scene log and stay warm,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I know. I didn't know you were doing the crime scene log when you walked up.
Yeah.
Where's your guy?
He's coming. I told him to grab the damn squad and come up here.
You can see how rural this is.
It's all the marsh, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're like where he's saying like the phone is pinging is just like right over in this area in the freaking river.
But the gun is in here.
The
rifle
brother
there.
said the rifle, he saw the case and the AR is missing. They may have our suspect in Kimberly already.
Really? ATLs are nice.
Darren, just got word from Neenah PD. They have a officer that dad works for Hortonville and has been scanning our situation, and they're thinking that they have our suspect at the Kimberly YMCA, and there's a bunch of officers out there.
I was really expecting Deputy Collar, but I guess I'm just going to be let down.
Deputy Collar is working Section 5 today.
Yeah, he told me he's Greenville. Who has the guy?
I do.
You do?
He's the back of my car here.
Okay.
So he's been cooperative. I was asking him, like, hey, you didn't drinking alcohol today or taking the medications that we should be concerned about. He was like that. I wish to remain silent kind of guy, but
Okay.
I was like, we just want to make sure that we don't have to do any medical clearance on you and stuff. So he did say that no alcohol, but he does take prescribed medication. And he told us that he didn't take anything over the prescribed dose, but
Okay.
I know how your med clearance is at Winnebago, so you're gonna need med clearance.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna need it. So
Yeah.
I would just
somebody holding in the locker room right now?
I think we broke
no.
that down. I'm pretty sure. I think they cleared and went through all the lockers. And
It's already been broken down.
he would be the guy to talk to about the locker room. We took him in custody, pat him down, didn't find any weapons with him, brought him out here. And then this is his car.
According to police, suspected blood smears were also found in the suspect's car that was later towed away as evidence.
Is Zell bringing his dog up
Yeah.
for gunpowder?
with their dog, not slowly.
Because at the house, like when you walk in on the kitchen table, there's an AR, but the casings that we found, they aren't AR casings, they're pistol casings.
I hope that the gun's in this car because it was all f***ed up. There was a dog in there, so it was all f***ed up. So we ended up treating this like an active shooter. So I'm like, no gun. I was like, let's go. So we ran inside. We actually met him being escorted out by his staff.
Oh, really?
And right in the hallway, just like took him in custody.
That is interesting behavior.
He was actually very calm, very cooperative. So where did the homicide take place? What is it? Township, village, or
Township. Way out in the sticks.
really?
Yeah. So it's out there. Yeah, so apparently, like, when COVID happened, he lost his job down in Madison, and he's been living up here ever since. But I'm guessing working, because they own the cheese place or whatever in Zitto, the
Really?
Union Star. Yeah, it's them.
Hey,
It was awful. Very weird.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Ready to take them? All right. We'll do changeover.
Ready?
Yep.
Heather, let's step out the car.
I'm gonna just take my pen for a second.
Police identify their suspect seen here
You want to put yours on,
Yep.
and then we'll move mine out. It'll be easier if we just take it off at a time.
Yeah. What's your name again, sir?
Eric
You're Eric? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna keep your palms facing inward, alright? You gotta keep your wrists turned like this. It's gonna be uncomfortable, I know. But if you don't, then the cuffs are gonna move around on you, and then it's gonna be really uncomfortable. Alright, I know My partner in brown here already searched you. You have anything else on you?
No, sir.
I think your partner's there with a bag of items.
Sweet. Does he have any items that you guys had on this person?
They're in his pockets.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, $50 in cash. Whatever this red thing is. Is that your wallet?
It's a card holder. Or,
Nothing else? That's all you should have?
I believe so. Yes.
Your pants are falling down. I'm going to hike them up, okay? Good? All right, we're going to go to my car now.
It was that wallet that was in the pocket, or was it?
That red thing is his wallet. It's a card holder. All right. So onto this blue one right here. You're going to go on this side. All right, good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Eric, we're gonna go for the walk.
Okay.
Keep walking. You're gonna follow these gentlemen.
Come like this way.
You can have a seat.
Cuffs off. He's been cooperative with us.
Why don't you just hold on a second? Have them take a seat, if you can. My name is Detective Hammond. I work with the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. I'm Detective Lieutenant Mike Seawall here at the Sheriff's Office. And I guess we're just going to be talking a little bit. Is everything going to be all right if we take the handcuffs off you? Okay, fine. You feeling okay? All right, how about we'll take them off, right? Then we're not gonna have any problems. Okay, okay. And
My handcuff key fell into the. No, it fell into the pocket, inside of the pocket. Take it off.
You guys just keep me posted then if you have to go over to the hospital.
Okay, sounds good.
Sit down for me, please.
shirt's in this crack this a little bit.
Yep.
Shirt's in the pocket.
Is this,
This is just questions that we're asking you for the jail, because the jail's gonna ask you these questions too.
okay.
So for the booking form, they're gonna ask you the same
Hey,
things.
It'll just be a minute. There's only one phlebotomist here today, so she's doing other things, so.
That's fine.
I just want to know what, like, in terms of, from for my own sake what my rights are in terms
Are
of
you
like,
going
so-
to withdraw from anything, or is there going to be a medical emergency in the jail if you're not
Okay.
telling us what your medical conditions are? That's what we're trying to do.
There will not be any medical emergencies.
Okay.
There are things that do significantly help me, like taking just
When the other officers first put handcuffs on you, did they use any kind of force or anything? Were you injured?
no.
Okay.
That, I have the handcuffs are tight. I know that's how they are. I mean that's just
They're not made for comfort.
yeah. I
You know?
understand, so.
I get it. We've all been in them too. We all train in them, and we know what it feels like.
You have to get tased.
Yep.
Through after school you did. Okay.
Yeah.
You used to. You don't have to anymore now. You kind of get shunned if you don't get tased though. So.
It's highly encouraged.
Yes.
I hear that if the biggest danger is just not getting tased itself, but falling backwards, like if you hit your head on like the sidewalk or something when you're tased.
Yeah.
I've heard that
That could
is
hurt.
the indirect thing, but also some people just don't seem to be immune from like just things, videos I've seen on YouTube and stuff. I don't know, but.
Yeah.
Just killed my parents. I think I'll go to the Y.
Right? Yeah. Weird. Does this kid have a history?
He just apparently, according to John, lost his job in Madison and moved back in. He said during like the COVID years or whatever, his parents allowed him to move back in, and maybe he wasn't going with the program for the last 3 years, and they were riding him. And like, what are you gonna do?
How old is he?
25.
25.
You get a call about 5:20 of a 911 hang up. It's Braden Christie comes out here, sees the open garage door, can't make any contact here. Ripple knows that these people own the Union Star Dairy. He said, check with them at the dairy. It should be open. Somebody should be there. Braden gets a hold of his son, and he's like, well, yeah, they should be home. And so comes over with Braden, comes in the house, and goes in there and finds them in the condition that they are right now, and then comes back out and tells Braden what he saw. Braden doesn't come back in to confirm that. They both go back to the Union Star, then we send other. I think Braden probably stayed here because he announced it over the radio, and that's when we all came up here. I don't get the 911 call though from the dad's phone.
And so I'm wondering, like, if he was
Unless the son
still.
did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what is he gonna say? My dad killed my mom and then killed himself, and then I was so distraught.
I'm wondering if he was still somewhat, alive when he made that call. If his phone is up there by his body somewhere or something. And then he made the call, and then he.
Who's he gonna
And then guy
Captain Christie.
realized that he made the call, and then he said, "Better get out of here."
Go to the gym.
So apparently, according to my friend who works for Outagamie, the call for him at the YMCA was actually dispatched at 0743 because YMCA staff said he was there for the last 1.5 hours laying on a bench, going on talking about his dogs. So it wasn't our ATL that was triggered. It was not. But a suspicious person, and then they got there, and then obviously everything else kicked off. So
That's not the, I mean, that's catawampus.
That's what's really weird too, though, is that 911 phone call came from one of these guys' phones, supposedly. So there might be a phone in here somewhere too. But yeah, there's no shell casings here.
Like, hey, why, you know?
Yeah, but with the blankets and whatnot, you know, did he start to clean up the scene a little?
Well, there's blood over here. There's blood here.
Chrissy, that blanket was completely covering her.
Yeah, you know, so obviously.
And him, he was covered.
Yeah.
Both of them were. And Bob said there's rounds underneath the bed.
Under the bed?
That look to be unfired, and then in the bathroom on my dude's feet, there's at least one unfired round. Some of the footprints, we had to walk through this, so they might be some of them from us, because I know Willis stepped right in that puddle there.
Yeah.
In court, Eric's story kept changing. He initially entered a plea of not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. After 2 doctors failed to support that claim, he switched his plea to no contest. From there, his excuses piled up. First, he claimed voices told him to do it. Then he blamed his antidepressants, stating, "I am certain that if I had not been taking that, this would have never happened." Finally, in a desperate move, he alleged he was a victim of childhood abuse. Any idea he apparently came up with after seeing a news story about the Mendez brothers? The judge saw right through the shifting stories, calling them out as victim blaming and a refusal to take responsibility. His brothers delivered heartbreaking victim impact statement. Louis Metzig told the court, "If Eric is willing to murder our own parents, he is capable of harming anyone." His other brother, Matt, said Eric did the unthinkable and killed the 2 of them. "Out of justice for my parents, I asked the court for a sentence of life without parole." On October 17th of 2025, Eric Metzig was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms in prison, with no possibility of parole. He had planned what he thought was a perfect crime, even writing down his intentions for everyone to find. But in the end, his arrogance and a series of foolish mistakes, like wearing the tools of his crime to his alibi, led straight to his capture. His elaborate plan to get away with murder was completely undone by his own hand, ensuring that his parents, David and Jan Metzig, received the justice they deserved.